We are live.
Ready? Okay. Good evening. This is the Borough of Ramsey Mayor and Council regular meeting for Wednesday, September 29th, 2021. This meeting is also being conducted telephonically. The dial-in number is 425-436-6365. Access code 213563. The meeting may also be viewed on the Ramsey YouTube channel. May I have roll call, please?
Mayor Dillon.
Here.
Councilwoman Cusick.
Here.
Councilman Gutwetter.
Here.
Councilman Jones.
Here.
Councilman Kilman.
Here.
Councilman Weber.
Here.
Councilwoman Woods.
Here.
Okay, thank you. And the flag salute, please. And I'll ask Council President Kilman to lead us in the flag salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The New Jersey Open Public Meetings Law was enacted to ensure the right of all citizens to have advance notice of and to attend all meetings of public bodies at which any business affecting the public is discussed or acted upon. In accordance with the provisions of this act, notice of this meeting of the Mayor and Council was originally published in the Bergen Record on Sunday, January 10, 2021, and the Suburban News on February 4th, 2021, and updated in the Bergen Record and the Ridgewood News on Friday, June 4th, 2021. May I have approval of minutes, please?
Yes, Madam Mayor. I make a motion to approve and file the minutes. This is Councilwoman Cusick.
Second.
Okay, do we have any comments on the minutes? Not hearing any, roll call, please.
Councilwoman Cusick.
Yes.
Councilman Gutwetter.
Yes.
Councilman Jones.
Yes.
Councilman Kilman.
Yes.
Councilman Weber.
Yes.
Councilwoman Woods.
Yes.
Thank you. Communications, please.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I move that the communications listed on tonight's agenda be received and filed.
I second, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Any comments on the communications? Not hearing any, roll call, please.
Councilwoman Cusick.
Yes.
Councilman Gutwetter.
Yes.
Councilman Jones.
Yes.
Councilman Kilman.
Yes.
Councilman Weber.
Yes.
Councilwoman Woods.
Yes.
Thank you. At this point, we'll open to public comment. Anyone wishing to address the governing body, please give your name, spelling the last name, and an address as a courtesy. Please speak in an audible tone and address your comments to the chair. There will be a 5-minute time limit per speaker, unless reduced because of the volume of business on the agenda. Please note, public comment is your time. Out of respect and fairness to all present, there will be no interruptions or questions answered during your time. No time shall be ceded to anyone else, and no time shall be saved for later use. Any responses may be given during the governing body's comments later in the meeting or as directed by the chair. The Borough Clerk is the official timekeeper. Anyone present in chambers for public comment? Okay. Not seeing anyone. All right. I'll open public comment to anyone on the line that dialed in. Okay, second call for public comment for anyone who's on the line. Third and final call for public comment for anyone on the line. Okay, since no one's responded, I will now close public comment. We have no advertised public hearing for final consideration of ordinances, and I make the following appointments. Lieutenant Kevin Sherman, Captain of the Ramsey Police Department, effective January 1st, 2022. Mary Lee Mullins, Design Review Board, regular member. Michael Palumbo, Design Review Board, alternate 1. Okay. Do we have, should I move this over to Mike? Yeah, okay. We're going to have consent resolutions. We're going to move over to Polycom real quick.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Be it resolved that resolutions 164, 2021 through and including 175, 2021, having been considered by the governing body of the Borough of Ramsey, be and are hereby passed and approved. There are no special permits or block party requests this evening. Thank you.
I second, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. You guys pass it back. Okay. We'll have roll call, please.
Councilwoman Cusick.
Yes.
Councilman Gottwetter.
Yes?
Councilman Jones.
Yes.
Councilman Kilman.
Yes.
Councilman Weber.
Yes.
Councilwoman Woods.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. All right, we have no special presentations. We will now actually pass this back to Councilman Gottwetter. Okay, for committee liaison reports, Finance and Administration, Councilman Gottwetter.
Thank you once again, Madam Mayor. Good evening. First off, I would just like to offer congratulations to Lieutenant Shervin on his appointment as captain of the Ramsey Police Department effective January 1st of 2022, and also congratulate Mary Lee Mullins and Michael Palumbo to their appointments to the Design Review Board. As for the Library Board, the Friends of the Ramsey Library will be holding a used book sale and used jewelry sale from October 21st to October 24th inside the library, and is accepting book and jewelry donations in the days prior to and through the event. The repairs around the circulation desk from some flooding that occurred back in the spring have been completed. An outdoor concert was held on September 25th on the library grounds near the gazebo with over 50 attendees. The library will hold its first puppy parade on Saturday, October 9th at 11 a.m. Bring your dog to the library for this outdoor parade, and costumes are encouraged by both the dogs and the pet owners. A book buzz event will be run on October 5th at 7 p.m. featuring Brian Nelson from Penguin Random House about forthcoming books that will be published. As for the Rec Commission, the Ramsey Run is set for this Saturday, October 2nd. Registration is still open, and volunteers are needed to help out. Halloween parade and costume contest will be outdoors on October 30th. More information to follow, and the winter wrestling program is being reviewed. That will be all I have for this evening. Thank you.
Thank you. Public Safety, Councilman Weber.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Starting with public safety, I'd like to also offer my congratulations to Lieutenant Shervin on his promotion to captain effective at the end of this year. I'd like to congratulate Mary Lee Mullins and Michael Palumbo on their appointments to the Design Review Board. Reporting on the Rife, we had a phenomenal karaoke night this past Friday night at the new community center. We had probably 25 to 30 families there participating. I do want to say thank you very much again to our mayor, our council members, both past and present, borough administrator and staff that made the community center possible. We did have a wonderful experience. Everybody was very, very thrilled to be there and looking forward to many, many more events at the community center over the many, many years to come. We also have Rife Challenger Soccer is underway with another great day this past Saturday, and we'll continue at that every Saturday through into the middle of November. Reporting on the Municipal Alliance, this past Monday we had a very good meeting. We were joined by new Ramsey resident Stephen Hill and his parents, who shared their story of addiction, recovery, and the impact on families. You can read Stephen's story on www.speakingsobriety.com. Stephen and his family do speaking engagements and will be working with the Municipal Alliance and the Board of Education for potential Parent Academy sessions in the future. Speaking of Parent Academy, October 6th, the Municipal Alliance is hosting Dr. Matthew Bellis. He is a speaker, psychologist, and comedian who will be talking about substance abuse prevention and mental health awareness. I know that we will be raffling off these phenomenal T-shirts that I'll talk about in a second, and we'll also be selling them there in case you're not fortunate enough, like me, to win one. We had a very good day at the farmers market in the beginning of in September. We had over $1,200 net proceeds of funds raised by T-shirt sales. We also collected over 21 pounds of unused medications that were done during the drug take-back at that farmers market. And I want to thank Officer Sean Beeman for all the work that he did on that. Watching him interact with the crowd that day was really a lot of fun. We also have, for the Municipal Alliance, Red Ribbon Week, say that 3 times, at the end of October. The Municipal Alliance has already ordered all the supplies, and they're working with the Ramsey School District on getting more youth participation into these events. Mayor Dillon, Council, that concludes my report.
Thank you. We'll pass it on down. Okay, now to Councilwoman Woods, Building, Planning, and Zoning.
Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Here it comes.
I'll wait to get the speaker. Okay, knock this off too, so you can hear me. Hi, I also wish to congratulate Lieutenant Kevin Shervin on his appointment to Captain of the Ramsey Police Department. And also congratulations to Mary Lee Mullins on becoming a regular member and Michael Palumbo on becoming alternate one on the Design Review Board. Thank you all for your service. The Board of Health will hold their next meeting on October 14th. The health fair is scheduled for October 1st at the Community Center from 9:30 to 12. And they recently did a testing site at Erie Plaza this past week for COVID. The Ramsey seniors are continuing to be active and everything is going smoothly there. And their next trustee meeting will be held on Thursday, October 14th. And the next Design Review Board meeting, the Design Review Board meeting was held last night, Tuesday, September 28th. There were 3 applications approved last night. One was for a new business coming to town, the Bubble Lounge, which is for dogs, and we'll move into the storefront on Main Street where the tailor was. Thank you to Mary Lee Mullins and Michael Palumbo again for your service to the community. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Utilities, Buildings, and Grounds, Councilman Gilman.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I also want to extend my congratulations to Lieutenant Kevin Shervin on his appointment to Captain of the Ramsey Police Department come January 1st, and to Mary Lee Mullins and Michael Palumbo on their appointments to the Design Review Board. I have a couple of things, and they're both actually from the Water Department, DPW. Tonight and tomorrow night, and possibly on October 1st, we have going on the fire hydrant flushing program that happens at 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. in the morning. And what we advise is you do not place garbage or recycling cans in roadways with water running down the curb. You may knock over the cans. But the important thing to remember is the water is safe to drink. Customers may experience a reduction in water pressure, slight discoloration, so please use caution while using the washing machine for laundry. Try running an empty cycle first. Possible air in the water may cause noise or vibration of your water pipes. If you experience any of the above issues, please run your water from an outside faucet if available, or in your bathtub or sink without an aerator for about 5 minutes until the water clears. If you have any issues at all during regular business hours, call the Borough Water Department office or the DPW. And if there's an emergency after hours, please contact the Ramsey Police Department, and they will immediately get you in touch with the water standby personnel. Again, flushing times will be between 10 p.m. this evening and 7 a.m. Tomorrow morning, tonight, and tomorrow night, and possibly on the 1st, depending on how far they go. I wanted to give you some information that Assistant Superintendent of Ramsey Water and Sewer Department gave at the Public Works meeting, which I found quite interesting, because we all remember Hurricane or Tropical Storm Ida on September 1st through September 2nd, that Wednesday through Thursday. And the calculations of the waterfall was somewhere between, or the rainfall was between 5.7 to 7.2 inches. And to understand exactly what we went through, and others had it worse, I remember Ramsey is 5.9 square miles. In the time that rain fell, if you average that to 6 inches of rainfall, to make it simple, we received in that period of time 615,174,774 gallons of water, or 82,221,280 cubic feet of water. Now, in relative terms, if you had a 50-gallon bathtub, you could fill that 12,303,000 times 295. If you had an NFL football field and you put a wall around it, that wall would have to be 1,430 feet deep to contain it. Or another way, Niagara Falls flows at a rate during tourist season at about 100,000 cubic feet per second, or 748,000 gallons. What we experienced was water coming over Niagara Falls for 13.7 minutes. It just shows you the extraordinary event that we faced, and I want to say thanks to the DPW and all emergency services for getting us through this extraordinary rain event. And also kudos to the fact that we still had drinkable water the next day with an incredibly new state-of-the-art water filtration system when other towns were suffering and some are still continuing to suffer. And that's my report for this evening.
Thank you. Public and Governmental Relations, Councilman Jones.
Thank you, Mayor Dillon. I would echo everyone's comments on congratulations to Lieutenant Shervin for becoming captain, and to Mary Lee and Michael for joining the Design Review Board. I would just like to remind everybody our Ramsey Farmers Market continues every Sunday at the train station parking lot, and will continue throughout the year. The Ramsey Chamber of Commerce had a very successful Ramsey Day, and I just remind everybody, besides trying to shop local and support our local businesses, go to the Chamber's website. They have a lot of information on other businesses and services that are provided by our residents and Chamber members that may not always have a storefront right on Main Street or the highway. So remind you to visit their website and support our local businesses as best you can. The Ramsey Pool, as I reported at the work session, wrapped up. The final number is of revenue generated was $620,000, which is $100,000 more than 2019, $90,000 more than 2018, and several $100,000 over what we projected in our attempt to get the pool open. As we know, many towns did not open their pools at all this year. Many didn't open them last year. We ran the pool both years and had two very successful seasons with that, and this year broke every record on the books. So my congratulations to the members of the Pool Commission, our director Gary Bach and his staff. And I would also point out, and I think the mayor did at the last meeting, but I'll remind everybody who may not have been at the work session, we have a larger audience tonight. The Ramsey Pool stayed open through Labor Day weekend and a few days after, when virtually every other town around here shut after the Hurricane Ida came through. So again, the staff worked diligently through the night to keep the pool open and allow our residents the opportunity to enjoy the facilities for a couple of extra days when everyone else packed it in. So that's a tribute to their hard work, and I just want to again mention that and thank them. That's all I have tonight. And here you go.
Thank you. And now Health, Education, and Social Services, Councilwoman Cusick.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. This is Councilwoman Cusick. I also want to congratulate Lieutenant Kevin Shervin on his promotion to captain. And I also want to congratulate our three new dispatchers, Joshua Garin, James Routh, and Anthony Iacovelli, for their appointments to Ramsey Police Department. Mary Lee Mullins and Michael Palumbo, we appreciate and congratulate them for their appointments to the Design Review Board. Tonight, this report will be an update on our Planning Board, the Ramsey Board of Ed, and Ramsey Responds. There was a Planning Board meeting on 21st of September 21. There were 5 waiver applications: Ohm Skincare, Empire Technology Solutions, Ramsey Taekwondo Martial Arts Corp., MAF Technologies, and BP Fuels North America. All the waivers were approved. There were 2 public hearings: Ramsey Square Suites, Salons by JC on Route 17 North, and also Linlow Properties on Franklin Turnpike. That was a continuation. Both applications were approved. There was a Board of Education meeting last night, September 28th. The New Jersey School Boards Association gave a special honor to the Ramsey Board of Ed for their certification and professional development efforts. As Harry mentioned, there is a parent academy on the 6th of November, and the topic is supporting teens in reducing their stress and ours. Thanks for that preview, Harry. 4th through the 8th in October, and this was discussed at the Board of Ed meeting, the high school is going to administer Start Strong assessments for English, language arts, and literacy, mathematics, and science. At the meeting last night, there was a video presentation titled Inclusion Lives Here, and it highlighted the STEP program at the high school. It's posted on the YouTube platform. It was very touching. I encourage our town members to keep current with what's going on with our Board of Ed, because 69% of your taxpayers' money, your property taxes, are for the Board of Ed. The meetings are recorded, and they're posted on the platform YouTube. Once in YouTube, just search Ramsey Board of Education, and the meetings are sorted by date. For the food pantry and Ramsey Responds, donations are always welcome. The food collection is Tuesdays from 4 to 5:30 p.m. at St. Paul's, with distribution on Fridays. There's a Ramsey social media page for Ramsey Responds, and it contains additional information regarding projects and requests for the pantry. Madam Mayor, that concludes my report.
Thank you. Oh, okay, perfect. All right, good evening, everyone. Congratulations to Lieutenant Shervin on his appointment to captain effective January 1st, 2022. And thank you to Mary Lee Mullins and Michael Palumbo for serving on the Design Review Board. And of course, welcome to the new dispatchers, because we greatly need dispatchers. I want to remind everybody, this Friday is the flu shot clinic. It's open to all Ramsey residents 18 years or older. It's from 9:30 to 12:30, and it's at the Ramsey Community Center. So I encourage everybody to go by and get a flu vaccination. And just once again, to echo some of the comments from Councilman Kilman, you know, the Board of Public Works, all of DPW, and Emergency Services did such a wonderful, wonderful job during Ida and Henri. And great job to the Pool Commission on such an incredibly successful season. And thank you to Pool Manager Gary Bach and his team. And that is all I have this evening. Thank you. Borough Administrator.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Just a few comments tonight I'd like to touch on. First off, just to follow up on Councilman Kilman had discussed the hydrant flushing schedule. I would just mention that the schedule is on the borough website on the front page under News Flash. You can click on and get the schedule and the number and the streets that are going to be flushed with the hydrants. Most of them are dead-end streets, commercial properties, or parking lots throughout the borough. Okay. Resolutions that were passed tonight and adopted, I'll just make a couple comments. Resolutions 167 through 170 are 4 resolutions. They also surround grant applications that the borough will be submitting for safety improvements around Tisdale School. The proposed projects include, but are not limited to, curb ramps with detectable warning surfaces, concrete curb and sidewalk reconstruction and installation, along with textured pavement crosswalks or high visibility crosswalks at school crossings. The borough will be submitting the project under 2 different NJDOT grants under which it qualifies. We'll submit under both the Local Transportation Project Fund and the Local Aid Infrastructure Program. Capital Alternatives will be the grant writer for these applications, and they've been very successful for the borough in obtaining grants through the NJDOT programs over the years. 2 of the resolutions authorize Capital Alternatives to prepare and submit the grant applications under each of the 2 programs, and the other 2 resolutions approve the submittal of these applications and ultimately entering into a grant agreement under each program. I would, Resolution 171, Lieutenant Shervin was confirmed by the governing body after the mayor's appointment to be the next captain effective January of 2022, and I would just congratulate him and look forward to working with him, continued in his time through the end of the year as lieutenant and then in his new position as captain starting in January. The only other thing I would mention is Resolution 175, which is the regarding the state of New Jersey and the Office of Attorney General mandate for municipal police departments to institute body-worn cameras for all officers. The Ramsey Police Department has moved forward with instituting this. We've acquired the requisite equipment, and it's being implemented, the hardware as well as the software and file storage. The state has provided a grant program to mitigate the cost of the mandate. Ramsey applied for and was awarded $48,912 under the program, and this resolution authorized acceptance of the grant. The only other comments I have tonight are that recently the borough was alerted to a data security incident. In response, a leading forensic expert was engaged immediately by the borough to conduct an investigation into the nature and scope of the incident. The investigation remains ongoing. However, once the investigation is completed, if required, the borough will take all necessary steps to contact those individuals whose information may have been impacted by this incident. Thank you for your patience as we continue to conduct our investigation. That will conclude my report.
Thank you. Okay, Borough Attorney,
Nothing, thank you, Madam Mayor.
Borough Clerk.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Seeing that we have no introduction of ordinances, no unfinished business, no new business, do we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Councilman Weber, Councilman Jones. Thank you, folks. Have a nice evening, safe home, be well.
Thank you.